Hi everyone, welcome to the 90th episode of South Shore Vibe. I'm your host, Brian Petter. It is great to be with you. You know, in 2018, the opportunity to do a show for the English-speaking community on the South Shore and in the Richelieu Valley presented itself, and here we are, our 9th year. Time flies when you're having fun. We'll have 3 guests tonight on the Vibe. We'll be speaking with Nikki and Andrée from SPCA de la Montérégie. We'll have a conversation with Tina and Vicki from Théatre St-Bruno Players, speaking about their upcoming production. We'll end our show with Marc-Antoine d'Aragon, singer, director, producer. He has a show coming up at Place des Arts next month. So, wherever you are on the South Shore of Montreal, in the Montérégie or beyond, know that you're important. Come on in. Let's catch the vibe. Our first guest tonight on South Shore Vibe from the SPCA de la Montérégie, we have Nikki Goymour Patterson and we have Andrée Cayer. Thank you for coming and welcome to the studio, ladies.
Hi, Brian. Thank you for having us.
It is a pleasure. You know, always important when you come to the show. It's been a pleasure over the years to collaborate with the shelter. So much need for cats and dogs in the South Shore and in the Montérégie. Tell me, Andrée, what can you tell our viewers about the 18th annual charity book sale? It's coming up in support of the shelter.
Well, thanks, Brian. We, like you say, for the 18th year, a fantastic group of volunteers are getting together to set up this charity book sale. It takes place at the Jardin Intérieur at 1705 Victoria Avenue in the Jardin Intérieur, in their grand ballroom style place. And we've got 2.5 days to set up and 2.5 days of sale. And we're hoping to beat last year's record where we made $19,970. And over the course of time, over the 18 years in the history of the book sale, over $125,000 has been raised by these volunteers that get together, that donate their time and their effort and sometimes their materials. We're very thankful for the Jardin Intérieur for loaning us the space at no cost. We're extremely thankful for the donors and the shoppers and the volunteers. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without their help. We've got
prices of books, now it's not just books, but it's books, CDs, DVDs. What are some of the prices, the price range for our viewers, please, Andrée?
They're rock bottom prices. You can come and refill your summer reading shelf for next to nothing. You won't break the bank. The books range from $1 to $4. The puzzles are a fraction of their cost. DVDs and CDs are $1. Blu-rays $2. Really, really low prices because we want to promote literacy and help everybody do their part to raise money for the animals.
Now, I have the dates, Friday, the 1st of May from 12 p.m. at noon till 8 p.m. Saturday, the 2nd of May, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the 3rd of May from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. How many volunteers would you say work together to make this event happen? Are we talking 10, 20, 30?
Last year we had over 60.
60 volunteers.
For every part of the exercise, gathering books beforehand, moving them to the sale site, and clearing up afterwards. We're thankful for to have the help of the Scouts. Oh, they help us clear out at the end for all the leftovers. And
is that the Greenfield Park Scouts?
They are, and
yes.
The Venturers, I believe they're
Venturers,
called.
Yes. I think they even participate in the Canada Day Parade that's been happening for many years on the South Shore, running through Greenfield Park.
Yeah, we're lucky to have their help. And they come every year. They're very generous with their time and help.
Now, one of the things is people can donate still now.
Yes, please.
DVDs, puzzles, books, CDs, a variety of things. We're going to put up on the screen. There's 3 locations, right?
There is. We'd like to set a call out for books, English and French, any genres, fiction, nonfiction, novels. The 3 sites are Tabagie Portobello at 7250 Tachereau in Brossard, Tabagie Sainte-Julie, 1700 Chemin du Fer à Cheval in Sainte-Julie, and Canin-Félin Express at 148 Saint-Louis in Ville-les-Moines. Those, we're very thankful to our partners at these drop-off points that gather our books for us so that we can sort them and get them ready for the sale, on sale day.
Sure, and make like $18,000, $19,000 is a lot of money, right?
Yeah, we're hoping to break our record.
I hope you do too.
Thank you.
Now it says cash and debit accepted. That means no
Yes.
credit card, right? A debit or cash, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And more information, SPCA Montérégie.livres, Livres @gmail.com. Thank you very much, Andrée, for this information.
Thank you. Come one, come all.
Yes, thank you. Now, over to you, Nikki. What can you tell our viewers? We have a serious kitten-cat crisis in the South Shore of Montérégie.
We do, and I mean, as you know, Linda Robertson has been at this for a very long time, and it's not getting better. It's what was seasonal is now constant, and it's become a crisis. It really has become a crisis. Comes down to when you see that kitten that people are giving away on spotted Facebook, that's not sterilized. It's people that allow their animals outside, their cats outside, not sterilized. I mean, last year we brought in over 500 cats, and out of those 500 cats, 93% of them were not sterilized. So we performed, and this is just cats, we're not even talking about the dogs. We performed over 465 sterilizations last year, and it's not even a drop in the bucket.
Wow.
They just keep coming.
And so the big thing is human beings who allow themselves to have a kitten or have a cat, they have to care. They have to give a you-know-what, and they've got to pay to get their animal neutered or fixed so they can't have babies, right?
Yep.
And so it starts with humans. And so, it's not okay to just have a pet and then, I'm going to sell them on Facebook, right? That's not cool.
No, and then when people take them on Facebook and they get to the vet's office and they realize that it's $500, $600 to get them just sterilized, that's not vaccinated, dewormed.
Yeah.
Whereas when you go to a shelter, example at our shelter, a kitten, sterilized, vaccinated, microchipped, dewormed, is $250. So it's not even the cost of a sterilization. So people need to realize that that free kitten is not very free.
I hear you. Now, you're also going to talk to us about fostering. We're going to take a look, though, at a lovely video dealing with fostering. Let's take a look and a listen, please.
This should be the quiet season, but the litters keep coming earlier than they should. Tiny kittens, barely holding on, needing warmth, needing care. Another arrives, and then another. Even a mother still waiting to give birth. It's getting harder and harder to keep up. But there is another way. Anyone can foster. All it takes is one room. If you can make a little space in your home and your heart, we'd love to hear from you.
Who would you like to thank for that video?
That would be Francis Descostes. This is the second year that he's started this season talking about the issues that we're having and to promote the foster family program. And this is, like I said, it's the second year. He does it in French, he does it in English, just to make sure that the message gets across.
Merci, Francis. Thank you. It looks like it was an AI creation, but with his work behind the scenes. Tell me, becoming a foster family, simpler than you think. What are the key points? People watching, they have an extra room. What would it take to be a foster parent, and what would the SPCA provide?
Okay, so the reason that we ask for a room is because we always ask for the animals to be isolated for health reasons, whether your pet's in the home or, and for their security. Okay. All the vet fees are covered. The food is covered. We just ask that you're able to make it to the veterinary appointments. And the rest of it, everybody has a mentor when they start. And our recruitment coordinator, Annie Claude, she's the one that gets everybody started. She, lets people know what they need to do. And as long as you've got love to give, you can do it. And it's a great experience for people who have young kids to learn about pet responsibility.
The cost of the veterinarian, the food, everything's paid for. What about
Everything's
the
paid
litter?
for.
Is the litter paid
The
for?
litter, we ask the families to contribute, but at the end of the year, they get a tax receipt
Beautiful.
for what they've donated.
Beautiful. People can go to adoptions SPCA Montérégie at gmail.com. That's an email address, right?
Yes, it is.
Send an email.
And Annie Claude's on the other end of that, and she'll help you out.
Andrée and Nikki, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to all the volunteers and employees at SPCA Montérégie. Till we meet again. Our next guest tonight on South Shore Vibe, well, we've been having them on for many years now. Different representatives, whether it's actresses, directors, producers from Théatre, St-Bruno players. Well, tonight with me in the studio, I have Tina Fedele and I have Vicki Cook. Ladies, welcome to South Shore Vibe. How are you?
Thanks, we're doing
Thank you.
great.
We're good.
It is nice to see you. Tell me, you have a new play coming up. What can you tell me, Vicki, the name of the play and what is it about, please?
It's called A Couple of White Chicks Sitting Around Talking. And it has two characters, two women friends. I'm one of the friends. It's a progression of a friendship between these two ladies and a series of events that evolve throughout the play. And
Your character's name is Maud?
my character's name is Maud.
Okay.
And Emily Fleming, who plays the other character, Hannah May. She is from Texas, and I'm from New York.
Sweet.
So there's a huge dynamic there between the two women.
Are you going to have little accents to represent Texas and New York?
Yes, a little.
A little.
A little.
Now, for our viewers, they're looking at this, the name of this. Will there be some comedy? Will there be some suspense? Will there be some emotions? What adjectives come to mind to describe what people can be in store for if they buy a ticket, please?
There's a little bit of everything in this one. There's a little drama, there's comedy, there's action. There's a little bit of everything. It's really a nice play.
It sounds beautiful. Thank you. Now, Tina, you are the president of the board of directors with Théatre St-Bruno Players.
I am. We have a very dedicated group who work tirelessly to ensure we've got 4 major productions every season. We do 2 in French and 2 in English. Yeah, a very dynamic team. We have a lot of fun. And it's both members from both French productions and English productions come together to make sure everything goes smoothly throughout the year.
So I thank you. Merci beaucoup pour les bénévoles. Thank you to these people, these volunteers who give their time, like you said, 2 productions en français and 2 in English each year. This is a real dynamic entity over 50 years of existence, right?
Exactly. And
so you
we're
guys do quality stuff on the South Shore. You're really a jewel, right?
Thanks. And we're the only bilingual theater company in the province, and dare I say, in Canada. So it's really quite something. And we get a lot of support from both federal and provincial governments. From the Ville de St-Bruno was very supportive as well. And to produce 4 major productions takes a lot of work and a lot of fun, because if we're not having fun, we're not going to be able to put these shows on.
Amen
so,
to that.
Yeah.
Now, Tina, you are involved with the costumes.
Yes.
What can you tell our viewers in terms of people who want to be involved with theater, behind the scenes, but costumes, what does it take? What can you explain to us? Because it sounds very interesting.
It is very interesting. In this production, we have, beautiful ladies, which we're very fortunate to be able to put into costume. This production set in 1980, so procuring costumes for this show is not complicated, really. But it's, you go back, you look through history, a little bit online research to see what the styles were, to be able to go and find the clothes that would match the characters. Of course, everything's approved by the director and producer to make sure that it has the look, the finished look, based on the writer's description of the characters. But sometimes when we're doing a period piece, you really got to go in and research, and sometimes it takes, you know, some sewing, people who are good at sewing and designing costumes. Sometimes we rent them, depending on how grand the piece has to be. But it's very interesting. You'd be amazed how much you're into doing things backstage. There's props, there's lighting, there's sound, there's building the set, so carpentry and painting and set design and interior decorating. There's many layers
Director,
to putting in.
producer. Can we give a shout out to our producer who's watching us right now?
Sitting there right
Kate,
now.
thank you to her.
Yeah, so it takes a village, a whole team.
It does.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, that's how Vicki started at St-Bruno Players.
Really?
We coaxed her into doing. She's very fashionable,
Wow.
and so we convinced her that doing costumes would be something that you might be interested in doing. And she did costumes and hair and makeup for What's in a Name. And from there, she had a very small role, but a significant role in the Full Monty.
Well, oh, yeah, I saw that. That was good.
Wasn't
So that
that
was your
fantastic?
first time?
Yeah.
First time ever acting.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
And so this is her first time on stage with a major role.
Good for you.
Yeah.
No, because I remember watching in the Full Monty, my wife and I went, and no, you guys, you and everyone, it was really, really smooth.
Yeah.
So if you were nervous, it didn't appear like you were nervous.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no. Tell me, Tina, how can people get tickets? You know, telephone number?
Telephone number 514-265-2627. You can call and get tickets on our website at
en.theatresbp.ca, n.theatrebp.ca. You can go on there, but also
Yeah.
on Facebook,
Yep.
Théatre St-Bruno. I think I even put TSBP into the
Yeah,
browser on Facebook, and
exactly.
it comes up.
I think
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways, right?
And on our website, there's an online link to click and buy tickets online. It's very simple. So
Now there's two shows.
yes,
And the two shows are on, one is April 17 at 7:30 p.m.
Correct.
and the other is April 18th at 2 p.m.
2 p.m. matinee.
Let's sell out the shows. Thank you
Let's
for being
go.
here. Thank you for over 50 years of quality production.
Thanks.
Till we meet again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our last guest tonight on South Shore Vibe, I have Marc-Antoine d'Aragon. Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't know much about Marc-Antoine, but this past week I was able to research about him. I learned opera singer, he's done international singing, general manager, entrepreneur, director, consultant. This gentleman does it all, I should say. Marc-Antoine, bienvenue, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It is a pleasure. Tell me, I'm just finding out about you, all these different things. Do you remember how old you were when singing came to you as a child?
I was 5. Do you remember this phenomenal cinema production of Carmen of Bizet in 1983 with Placido Domingo? It went all over the world with Julia Dominguez-Johnson doing Carmen. And then I was singing the role of Carmen in restaurants and everywhere with my parents. I was always singing that music. So that was probably the first time that opera got to me.
That is fascinating.
when I was 5.
Now, talking to you, you've got a doctorate degree from the Université de Montréal in opera, master's degree in opera from McGill, amongst other educational degrees. What can I put here? We have to just give our viewers a little bit of an idea, we've got a video clip about 1 minute and 40 seconds long. Let's take a look and a listen, please.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then that that somewhere you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear her laughing across a crowded room. And night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try.
Now, Marc-Antoine, you were telling me when we were talking, outside of the show, you were saying you were an international performer. What kind of places did you perform, and what kind of shows? What comes to mind when I ask you that?
Well, I sang a lot in the United States and in Europe. My last big opera performance was at the Opera di Verona in Italy. I did Puccini's La Bohème, and that's where I also met my partner, with whom we had two beautiful young girls.
So you told me there you were an international singer, and then you decided, hey, I'm going to come back to Quebec to have a family, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was. I thought it was a little bit difficult, this opera career life, traveling the world, being in my suitcase all the time, bridging that with a family. And I thought of maybe other ways of having a career, but more locally in Montreal, wanting to come back to the greater area of Montreal. And so I decided to do that and start some management studies. And that led to directing a couple of big organizations here, the Orchestre Classique de Montréal, for instance, now the Canadian Vocal Arts Institute, but especially building my own organizations, St-Bruno and La Boussole des Arts, that I work very actively for right now.
Now, St-Bruno was founded in 2021 by you. It said, when I researched, it said you're general manager of choirs and orchestras?
Yeah, well, I was the executive director for 4 years of the Chœur de la Montagne in Belleuil.
Okay.
But now I'm no longer there because I'm very active with the Canadian Vocal Arts Institute in Montreal. We run an opera festival now for 21 years. I've been the executive director of the organization for 6 years. When I was a young singer, I participated in their program 6 times. I'm actually the singer who has participated the most when I was young, and now I direct this organization, and we help young artists achieve their goals of becoming opera stars.
Now, Centrart, CENTRART.org.
Yeah.
This organization, what can it provide for people? Can you just describe to our viewers?
Well, it was first founded to build a platform for artists and organizations to manage themselves, manage ticket sales, manage a website, and manage for choir, manage their members, and manage
Sound production too?
Not sound production, not that one.
Okay.
But in the first place, when we decided to found this organization, we wanted also to do some production of concerts. Okay. So that's what we launched this year, the Concert Central, the Centrart concerts. So we launched those in St. Lambert at the United Church in St. Lambert on Desauniers Corner Mercier. So we have those every 3 Wednesdays. We have a concert there with fantastic artists, some from the region. We have some on. We have 2 concerts happening in April. We have another one in May and another one in June. So we'll have had 10 concerts in the series this year, and we're for sure having another season because we have a great success. We see the crowd responding very well in St. Lambert coming to see our concerts, and we wanted them to be free. So it's on voluntary contributions.
Now, you have you have a clip that you provided us with. It's a mix, it's an audio only, and it's from the February 14th and 18th show that was at the St. Lambert United Church. Let's take a listen, please.
Perhaps love is like the ocean, full of conflict, full of pain, like a fire when it's cold outside, thunder when it rains. If I should live forever and all my dreams come true, my memories of love will be of you. My memories of love will be of you.
What is her name singing, please?
Chloé Morissette, so she's my partner in crime for this show called Love and Tune, from Mozart to Queen. So we mix a lot of different genres in this show. We start with opera, but we do musical theater, some West Side Story, Moulin Rouge, but some rock as well. I even sing some Def Leppard in this thing, some Billy Joel, John Denver, Elton John, Jacques Brel, some French things as well in there. And our challenge that we put ourselves into was doing all these styles inside the same show and changing the quality of our voice to do that. And so we build a musical theater piece basically on these songs. So there's a love story happening between those two characters. And so we're doing that on April 27th at Place des Arts, at the 5e Salle of Place des Arts.
I saw the poster you sent me, Tune d'Amour, just a lovely looking poster at Place des Arts, such a lovely place. I want to thank you for educating myself and our viewers, for coming in, also for helping local artists, giving them an opportunity and thinking of the young ones coming up, and for our citizens living on the South Shore, like you said, for a very, either free or a small donation, giving them the opportunity to enjoy. Thanks for coming, and please stay in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching South Shore Vibe, our 90th episode. Merci à vous, nos téléspectateurs. I wanted to let you know some good news. Télévision Haute-Richelieu, that's right, they'll also be now broadcasting South Shore Vibe. So we're talking Saint-Jean, we're talking Chambly, we're talking Farnham, Saint-Grégoire. So welcome, bienvenue à vous. Join us next month for our 91st episode of South Shore Vibe, because we'll have you talking.